In today's episode, I'll be taking you through how you get to shop from Alibaba and ship your items directly into Kenya without paying any tax. Directly. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those who are new, my name is DIY with Jojo, and on this channel I deal with anything home decor, so be it showing you places where you can get affordable items for your spaces, or taking you to the auction, home styling, and anything thrifting. So if any of these topics is of interest to you, kindly consider hitting the red subscribe button below. So in today's episode, I'll be taking you through how you get to shop from Alibaba and ship your items directly into Kenya without paying any tax. Directly. So a few weeks back, I did do an unboxing of some light fixtures that I had bought from Alibaba, and I did ask the people who follow me on IG. So if you're not following me on IG, make sure you follow me. My handle is here, DIY with Jojo, and I did put a question bar and asked people to send in their questions on what they wanted to know, anything in regards to shopping from Alibaba and how you get your stuff into Kenya. So that is what I'll be tackling in today's episode. And first of all, I'll do a little unboxing of one of the light fixtures that I bought from Alibaba, and then from there I can take you through the steps that I did undertake when shopping for the light fixtures. Was to upgrade my lighting fixtures, and I knew the right place to get the necessary information was Skillshare, which is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves learning and wants to explore their creativity and learn new skills. After watching a class by Erica Fogelman on how to use lighting design to transform your home, I learned how to choose the right size of light fixtures that complements my space, and also how the color of light affects the ambience. After successfully executing what I learned, my new setup looks so beautiful, such that I have listed it as one of the services that I'll be offering my clients this year. So I'd like to give a huge shout out to Skillshare, who have sponsored today's episode, and also you can take advantage of the classes that they are offering, and let Skillshare make 2022 a year of new learning, growth, and connection through creativity. So the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description box below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So I did note down the questions that came in, and one of the questions was, why Alibaba and not AliExpress? So I decided to go with Alibaba because there were some items that I was buying in bulk, and it is easier because I wanted to buy the items directly from the factory with the wholesale prices. So that's why I opted for Alibaba and not AliExpress. So another question was, how do you select a genuine vendor from Alibaba? So the first thing you're supposed to do is download the Alibaba app from your Play Store, and then after you've downloaded the app, you get to search for the item that you're looking for. So use the keywords for the particular thing that you're searching for, and you'll get a lot of vendors who are going to be selling the same item. But one of the things that will be different is the MOQ. The MOQ is the minimum order quantity, and this is the number of pieces that a supplier is willing to sell, the minimum amount, because you get some suppliers who allow you to even buy one piece, Some you have to get like 50 pieces minimum, or even others it's 1,000 pieces minimum. So depending on the number of items that you want to ship in, that is how you get to choose your supplier. But within the price range, if you're getting minimum pieces, or if you're getting maybe like one piece, you're going to pay the maximum price that is within that range that has been given by the supplier. So at this point, it is good to note down all the suppliers that are selling the item that you want based on their MOQ and also the price of the items. So afterwards, you have to do like an elimination process. So go through the suppliers that you've gotten, their MOQ and also their price, and then from there you get to now analyze the company that you're willing to work with. So the second stage is vetting the supplier. So after you've done your elimination process, now go vet the suppliers that you have noted down, and you're supposed to check three main things. So the first thing is the gold badge, and this is it shows you that the supplier has paid for their membership to be on Alibaba. So it shows that they are serious, and definitely they are not cons. The next thing that you're supposed to look for is verified suppliers. So this shows that Alibaba has visited their physical location and they have verified that they do have a physical location and whatever they're selling is genuine. So at least you know that if you're going to deal with that supplier, they are genuine people. So the third important thing that you're supposed to check is trade assurance. So this means that if anything happens, Alibaba is going to protect you by compensating you the amount of money that you'll have paid. And then lastly, another important thing to look at is the reviews of the supplier. So because most people who have bought from that particular supplier, they're going to leave their reviews. And it's good at least to go and check the reviews that other people have left, because it means that they have interacted with that particular product that the supplier is selling. And from that, you're going to get genuine feedback. While you're looking at the company's profile, you can be able to know if they are manufacturers or if they are traders. So if they are traders, it means that they are like brokers. So they get the items from the factory and then they are the middlemen. So they come and sell the item to you. But if you want like cheaper prices, you can go to the manufacturers directly, and you'll get to know that from the name. So it will have maybe like the province name, and then at the end, so it will be maybe like trading company or their manufacturers. So that's how you get to decide if you're going to deal with the middleman or the factory. So a bonus thing that you can check is the province that the company is located in, because this one reduces the price of your shipping now to your agent, to your shipping agent. You can choose the supplier who is nearest to the port, and there are these provinces, the 5 provinces that are nearest to the port. So this one ensures that the shipping cost now to your shipping agent will be less. So after settling on a particular supplier, you can have maybe like even 3 suppliers or even 4 or 5 that you've settled on. So make sure you chat them up and bargain. Make sure you negotiate and get the best price for the number of items that you want to ship in. So after you've settled on the supplier and the quantity that you want to ship in, make sure that the supplier starts an order for you. So on that order, it will have all the details. So the number of items that you're shipping and also the price of each particular piece and now the total. And now from there, you can now make your payment. Add different payment options on Alibaba. So we have the card option. So for the card option, you have the debit card, credit card, or your prepaid card. So for this, I would recommend using the prepaid card. That is what I did use for this particular purchase. But also you can use your debit card or credit card if that account is specifically for shopping online. And it doesn't have a lot of money in that account. So for the prepaid option, you top up the card or the account when you want to purchase. So maybe you have like a set amount of cash that you want to spend, and that is what you load into your card. So at least you're sure if you have any amount of cash left in the card, it is going to be so little. So in case of anything, even if the money goes, it will not be something that is going to cause you sleepless nights. So the other option is the wire transfer. So this is where the bank transfers directly to the Alibaba's account. And also we have the PayPal option, and this is a very good option. So if you have a PayPal account, you can load cash into your PayPal and pay directly onto Alibaba. But kindly note that you cannot use M-Pesa on Alibaba, but you can use M-Pesa on AliExpress. And also another option is a virtual card. So this is where you load your money into the virtual card, and they convert the shillings, so Kenya shillings in my case, now to dollars. And then since on Alibaba I use dollars, so your money is converted into dollars on the virtual card. And for this you need to download an app called Butter by Flutterwave. So Butter is like the butter trade, so Butter by Flutterwave for that option. But they do charge for the service, so it's something like around $2, so it's not something expensive. And so if you don't have any other options, this would be a very good option for you, and it's so easy to set it up. So those are the 4 major payment methods for paying on Alibaba. Now we go to the shipping companies. There are a lot of shipping companies that do ship their items from China directly to Kenya. So you have to do your research, Google. There's so many of them. We have Supplier, we have Rolling Cargo, Kentex, Salama, so just to name a few. But make sure that you know how much they do charge per kg, because that's how they charge you per kg. And note, if you're paying $10, it is not 1,000 shillings. The $10 is equivalent to the current rate that they are going to be using. But on the rate side, you can be able to negotiate with them, and they can give you a good rate. But I realized that maybe you have to have shipped with them for a number of times and created that rapport, so for them to do a good rate for you. But for my case, I was charged 114 shillings. So $1 was equivalent to 114 Kenyan shillings. So based now on everything that you've brought in, that's when they weigh, and then they do the calculation for you. So after you've settled on a particular shipping company, and make sure you read the reviews of that particular shipping company that you want to deal with, because the reviews, they do help you a lot to make the right decision. So after you've settled on a particular shipping company, contact them, because they have their contacts on Google. So contact them. You can call them, because mostly they are Kenyan numbers. So you can call them, because that's their Nairobi office, and then ask all the questions that you want. So confirm, and also you can get their China address, because that's where your items are going to be shipped. After you've gotten the address for their China warehouse, make sure you contact the China warehouse office. So tell them maybe you have packages that are coming in. For my case, I had 4 different suppliers that I was dealing with, and you see the four suppliers, they're going to send out the items at different times, so they'll reach the warehouse different days. And what I didn't want is for my packages to be far apart. So I wrote them a message on WhatsApp, and then I requested them if they can hold all my items and send them at once, so that at least when the items reach in Kenya, they are going to be all at once. So for the measuring, they are going to weigh the items for me, all the 4 boxes at once, because there were some boxes that were less than 5 kgs. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to mention, they do have minimum weight that they deal with. And for my case, I deal with Supplier Shipping Company. So their office is, they have an office at Eastleigh where you go and pick your item. So their minimum weight is 5 kgs. So if you get maybe a box and it's weighing maybe a kg or 2 kgs, you're going to pay 5 kgs. That's the minimum weight for anything. So if you get something that is above 5 kgs, that is good for you, because at least you're not going to pay empty weight, because considering if you get 2 kgs and then you're paying 5 kgs, so you get like 3 kgs that you're paying for nothing that you've shipped in. So, and that becomes quite pricey. And I'd advise, if you're bringing in stuff, make sure at least you get minimum 5 kgs. At least when you're paying, at least you'll pay for something that you've shipped in, for the product itself, and not just like empty space that you're paying for. And then another thing is, oh yes, that's why I was saying some of my boxes, I had like 2. One box was like 3 kgs and another one was 2 kgs. So I didn't want to be charged 5 kgs and the boxes were not weighing 5 kgs. So I requested the guy in China to wait for all my packages to come in so that they can be able to ship them together. But what happened is, there are 2 boxes, there was a delay, and so he shipped the first 2 boxes, but the first 2 boxes were 10 kgs already, so that was okay for me. And then now later he shipped now the other 2 boxes. And for that, for him to know which package is yours, make sure that you tell the supplier to label your boxes well. So after I did chat with all the suppliers that I was working with, I told them, I gave them instructions. All my packages, make sure you label them full name, so that at least there'll be no confusion at the warehouse. But then again, after they ship your product, tell them to give you the tracking number. So for the tracking number, that is what you give the guy at the warehouse, the tracking number of all the packages that he should be expecting, and he's able to know. So this tracking number belongs now to like Joanne. So if he gets maybe like this tracking number, he knows that this package belongs to Joanne. So maybe there's one package that has arrived and now I should wait for my like 3 more boxes for Joanne, so before he ships them out. So after your item has reached the warehouse, they are going to tell you that I have your package and I'm going to ship it maybe like Monday, and you should allow like 10 to 14 days for your item to arrive in Kenya. And immediately after your item has arrived in Kenya, the shipping agent now in Nairobi, they do write you a message and tell you that your package has arrived in Nairobi, and you should pay X amount of money for your package to be cleared. So you have the option of maybe sending a rider to go pick the item for you, or you can go pick the item for yourself. But I chose to go directly to them because the price they gave me was a little higher than what I had calculated. So I wanted to confirm if they were giving me the right amount that I should pay. So I went to Isili, to their office, and we did weigh the boxes, and after weighing, they did do the calculation for me. And I think what the mistake that I did was, because I was talking to the supplier as they were packing my items, and I would ask how heavy is my box. So they'll tell me maybe like 3 kgs, maybe another like 2 kgs, and that is what I used to estimate the shipping cost with. But now, when the item gets now from the supplier in China to the warehouse in China, they do repackage the boxes. So I had some extra weight that I had not taken into account, because now they have to repackage again, because there were some boxes that they did add an extra box on top, and also they did wrap with gunia and now tape all over. So when you're shipping by air, the little weight that is added, it does accumulate, and the final cost of your shipping charges is going to be more. So that's where I guess I didn't take into account that, because I didn't know they're going to repackage the boxes after they reach the warehouse in China. And that's why my shipping costs increased slightly. But all in all, I loved working with Salhia. P.S. This is not sponsored, but I loved the service, and also I loved how they did handle my request and also my package, and I did get everything intact. I did have the glass light fixture that was perfectly wrapped, but that is by the supplier. But still, how they did handle it, it's so good. I loved the fact that also they're friendly, and you get to negotiate with them. You can talk to them and request. They do maybe like a good rate for you, and they're willing to listen, and you can work something out. So as I mentioned before, my charge was, so what they did is we did calculate the weight of all the 4 boxes, and it came to 14 kgs. So they did 14 kgs times 140, and then it was times what else, times 13. Yes, 13. So since 1 kg is equivalent to $13, so and then the rate is 114, so that's why it was 14 kgs times $13 times 114 now Kenyan shillings. And then from there, now you get to see the total cost of your packages. So guys, that's how you simply shop from Alibaba, and you get your items in Kenya in less than 2 weeks, give or take. So if you have any questions, or if I did not tackle anything that would be interested to know, kindly make sure you leave your question in the comment section below, and I'll make sure I link the items that I did ship from Alibaba in the comment section, in the description box below. So make sure you check that one out, and you can be able to see how much the items cost. And yeah, that's everything. So if there's something that you wanted to know and I didn't mention, make sure you leave your questions down in the comment section below. So that is it, guys, for today's episode. I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you found the video informative, you can share it with your friends or anyone that you know is interested with shipping items from Alibaba. And you can do this as a business. You can ship your items from Alibaba and you start your business. It's that easy, as long as you verify your suppliers. That's how you get to know that at least you're dealing with someone genuine. You're not going to be conned. So it's that simple, and that's it for today's episode. I'll see you guys in my next episode next week on Friday. See you then. Bye bye.